Consider the following country as our border to the Syria. So Israel also border, Jordan also border, and the Lebanon border. But Iran and Armenia, these two countries do not border. So Syria is officially Syrian Arab Republic, is a country of Middle East, coastline Eastern Mediterranean Sea, and it borders the Iraq and Israel, then Jordan, then Lebanon, and Turkey. Turkey is also border to the Syria and with Cyprus. Okay, so this cover 185,180 kilometers square. Now there is a declining population, and you can see the other largest city capital is Damascus, and major city is Aleppo. Aleppo is in Syria, so multiple times this question as the Aleppo, and Homs, Dara, Latakia, Raqqa. Raqqa is also asked. Arab, English, and French three languages are there. Kurdish, Armenian, Armenic, and the Circassian. This is also languages. Syria surrounding countries. This is Syria. This is Turkey, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, and Israel, and Cyprus. Okay, so you can see this question regarding the World Food Program. It was initially launched an experiment to provide the food aid through the United Nations system. Yes, and it operates. Operations are funded entirely by the World Bank and United Nations Development Program. So this is not entirely by this. So see, the United Nations Hunger Eradication promote the food security, and this is the main theme. Now, world largest humanitarian agency was established in 1961. That is World Food Program. Okay, fully funded by the UN. This is not funded by the World Bank or UNDP. This is fully funded by the UN, and it launched first development program in the Sudan, and after then guided by the Sustainable Development Goal 2. The goal 2 is about the reduce the hunger, which aims to end the hunger and achieve the food security and improve the nutrition and promotion sustainable agriculture by 2030. Its operation is about 120 countries food assistance during the emergencies. Okay, so this is all about, and this United Nations Development Program, World Food Program, will end its main assistance program in Syria, affecting millions of people. It is member of UNDP. So this program is actually member of the UNDP, but funded by the UN completely. UNDP, it is a member of this, and it has a function for the and it was also awarded Nobel Peace Prize of 2020. So Nobel Peace Prize of 2020, and World Food Program is a global report on the food crisis. It also produced the global reports on the food crisis. Okay, so this is all about. Next is the Montreux Convention. The convention allowed the Turkey to close the strait to all warship in the time of war and to permit the merchant ship free passage. So this is about the Montreux Convention, and this Montreux Convention is allowed Turkey. It allowed the Turkey to close the straits to all the warship in the time and permit merchant ship free passage and free passage of the merchant ship. So this is about the Montreux Convention, that was in 1936, and Montreux Accords are different. It is a convention agreement concerning about the Dardanelles state and the Sea of Marmara and Bosphorus state. It responds to Turkey request to retrofy the signer for Treaty of Lausanne and other met in Montreux, Switzerland, as agreed to return the zone of Turkish military control. So allow the Turkey to close the strait to all the warship and to permit the merchant ship for free passage. So Montreux Convention was international agreement that was in 36 November, and signatories Australia, Bulgaria, France, Greece, Japan, Romania, Yugoslavia, United Kingdom, and Soviet Union, and Turkey. Okay, this agreement is known the Montreux Convention regarding the regime of the state. So place the responsibility on the Turkey to oversee the passage of the both civilian vessel and the military warship, and this is through the Dardanelles and the Bosphorus state. So there's one state Dardanelles, and second one is the Bosphorus state. And during this conflict, Turkey has authority to regulate potentially the state warship, and there's a Romania, Black Sea, and Bulgaria, Georgia, Russia, Ukraine required to provide the Turkey with the 8-day notice. And 50-day advance notice Turkey is mandatory if for country without a Black Sea coastline, then when intending to pass their vessel of war through this state. So this is the Sea of Marmara. You can see this is the Bosphorus state and Dandeli's state. Dandeli's and Bosphorus के बीच में आता है Sea of Marmara and this is the Turkey. So यहाँ पर ये सारे स्टेट है, यहाँ पे वारशिप के जो पैसेज होंगे उसके लिए Montreux Convention that was came in 1936. Global Digital Public Infra Repository was launched under the India G20 exclusively for G20 members. Okay, exclusively for G20 members access to the consolidate their digital infra. The Global Digital Public Infra allow participants to disclose any information without restriction and regardless of whether their digital public infra is built open platform or API. So this neither one neither two. It is asking about the which is the correct. So neither one neither two. So this G20 is not launched exclusively for G20 member. This global digital public infra that was not for exclusively G20 member but rather for exchange of information and best practice among the interested country. This showcases the information in the standardization format and organization developed by DPI and incorporating elements such as the maturity scale, source code, governance, and this does not allow participants to disclose any information without restriction but rather require them to adhere to certain criteria guidelines for submitting this. So this only accept the DPI that are built in open platform and so this is stand for the digital public infra which is shared means to many and combination of networked open technology built for the public interest enabling governance and a community of innovative and competitive market, and this is critical enabler of digital transformation helping to improve information through the digital platform. So India through the India Stick become the first country to develop this all fundamental first digital identity and real time fast payment UPI and after then account aggregator build data empowerment protection. So data empowerment and protection and protection architecture. Okay, so these all are related to the digital first is Aadhaar real time fast time payment UPI account aggregator built on the data empowerment protection and now UNDP is global leader for supporting promoting digital currency launched several initiative partnership to catalyze the collection of the DPI. Future Digital Corporation Charter 50 in 5 campaign and digital readiness. So digital public infra, digital public goods and building blocks. Digital public infra, you can see the building block can be implemented as part of the country DPI and there is a relevant to the sustainable development goal and generic component may be in the building block of digital public goods. Okay, now with reference to National Turmeric Board, so the National Turmeric Board was function under the administrative control of the Spice Board. First is it is in the Spice Board. National Turmeric Board will be provide a leadership turmeric related matters and internationally increase the export, promote the research, new products and knowledge. It was focused on capacity building of the skill development and the board was can be chairperson to be appointed by the turmeric farmer and exporter, representative of turmeric farmer. So only two is correct. The National Turmeric Board will be provide leadership turmeric related matter. But it is under the administrative control Spice Board. That is not true. It will be the focus capacity building to the turmeric power and the board is the chairperson to the appointed by this all are incorrect. So see, Government of India has today notified the National Turmeric Board. The National Turmeric will be the focus on development growth of turmeric. This board will be provide leadership turmeric related matters and greater coordination with the Spice Board and the other governmental agency. So this one is incorrect. There is a significant potential to increase the worldwide health and wellness and increase the awareness, consumption, development market, increase the export development and not capacity building and the skill development of the turmeric grower, food safety, quality and food safety standard, research, market development and increase the consumption and value addition. So this is for the Ministry of Ayush. So Ministry of Ayush is with the Department of Pharmaceutical, Agri, Farmer Welfare and the Commerce and Industry. This all working with this turmeric and this is involve the research in the representative of turmeric farmer and exporter. So Turmeric cultivation in India. So India is the largest producer, consumer and exporter of turmeric. We have 3.2 lakh hectare of the turmeric cultivation. 30 variety of turmeric we have, and 20 स्टेट के अंदर हमारे पास 30 वेराइटीज़ हैं, ठीक है. एंड लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसिंग स्टेट जो है महाराष्ट्र, तेलंगाना, कर्नाटका एंड तमिलनाडु. इंडिया हैज़ 62% शेयर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड इन टर्मरिक. ओके, 62% शेयर है हमारा. ओके, सो दिस इज़ हमारा जो लीडिंग एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है, पहला बांग्लादेश, देन यूएई, देन यूएसए, देन मलेशिया. सो बांग्लादेश एंड यूएई के पास हमारा सारा टर्मरिक जाता है. एंड वी रीचिंग द USD $1 billion by 2030 in the turmeric. Okay, so this is all about turmeric. And now next one is with reference to the evacuation operation by the India. So Operation Ajay, the facilitate the return citizen from the Israel. Operation Ganga Safety bring back India student citizen from the across the Ukraine conflict. Operation Kaveri rescue for the Sudan African country. And Operation Devi Shakti to evaluate the national Afghanistan after collapse of Islamic Afghanistan. So all of four are true. So what is we are discussing Operation Ajay, that is about the facilitate the Israel citizen from the Israel amid a full blown war, Hamas and Gaza Strip जो यहाँ पर जो वार हो रहा है, अगेंस्ट दैट देयर इज ऑपरेशन अजय, इंडिया का है, ठीक है. ऑपरेशन गंगा जो है ये स्टूडेंट सेफ्टी के लिए, सिटीजन सेफ्टी के लिए, यहाँ पे यूक्रेन के अंदर जो वार हो रहा है, ठीक है, फॉर दैट इज़ द ऑपरेशन गंगा, रशिया और यूक्रेन के बीच में. ऑपरेशन कावेरी जो है अफ्रीकन कंट्री के अंदर जो मतलब आर्मी और पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के बीच में जो प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही है, सूडान में जो प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, तो वहाँ पर हमने ऑपरेशन कावेरी चलाया. वी स्टार्टेड ऑपरेशन कावेरी इन द सूडान एरिया. And Operation Devi Shakti, we evacuated the Indian citizen and the foreign nation from the Afghanistan. So in Afghanistan and Republic of Afghanistan, we started the Operation Devi Shakti. Operation Devi Shakti. Okay, so this is all about. Now how many, so Vande Bharat evacuation operation by India. Vande Bharat is a mission that is goal of repatriating stranded Indian nation from the various nation. It is in the global COVID-19 crisis we started Vande Bharat, and Vande Bharat is successfully transported back their home country. Many people came their home country. Operation Devi Shakti, that was response to the political upheaval of the Afghanistan. Operation Ganga was evacuation mission carried out Indian government to rescue the citizen from the neighboring country of Ukraine and जो वार हुआ था. Kaveri is in the Sudan, and armed forces evacuated Indian citizen and foreign nation from Sudan. Operation Ajay, that was to help the Indians stuck to Israel and return home to fresh tension triggered in the region. Now vibrant village program. It is a scheme for the comprehensive development of the select village in 46 block in 19 district of the northern border in state of the Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Uttarakhand. The program envisages focus area of the intervention of select the villages for the creation of the livelihood generation and the cultural heritage and skill. And the objective of the program is to create the sufficient incentives for the people stay on the selected villages. So all of three are true. So vibrant village program, that was centrally sponsored scheme. First of all, it is centrally sponsored scheme, and this scheme started in the 15 February and 2023. So this 19 districts are there and 46 blocks are there. 46 block and 19 districts. Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal, Sikkim, Uttarakhand and the Ladakh. The program envisages the focus area, that was creation, opportunity, livelihood, tourism and the heritage, skill development and the cooperation. Now next one is intervention also include the providing the road connectivity and unconnected village infra, energy and the renewable energy. The objective of the program to create the sufficient incentive for the people and the village for the semi-urban and urban area. Okay, so this is border area development program that was also started in this area, and 16 states and 2 UT are included in this. Now select the village like Kinnoor, Lahul, Spiti district of Himachal Pradesh covered under this, and Chamoli, Uttarakashi and Rudraprayag district is also covered in this. So vibrant village is a ensure that all facility and infra should be provided in that particular area. Okay, now next is the red sender. Red sender is also known the red sandwood, southern eastern Himalaya, and that is I think wrong. It is endangered and it a hot and dry climate needed, and now low rainfall and general features the red sender area. So see, this is Eastern Ghat area. This is one is incorrect. So red center is particularly in the Eastern Ghat area. Eastern Ghat area. And this Petrocarpus santalinus, it is the name of the species. It is endemic tree, and it is Eastern Ghat and grow in the rocky area and red soil and hot and dry climate it needed. Okay, so red center is a therapeutic property, high in demand across the Asia and the China, Japan, cosmetic medicinal products we can make. And Qing dynasty he was popularized this in China, and the smuggling hoti hai and forest fire and cattle grazing. This is the problem with the, and this is endangered in the IUCN. So this plant is endangered in category, and appendix 2 red sandal or red sandalwood we can say. So Panama Canal connects the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. So see, it is constructed waterway to connect the Atlantic Pacific and administered by the Panama, 40-mile long and journey between the Atlantic Pacific Ocean. And now this is the trade of the Panama, shipping of the Panama Canal of 50%. So Panama is facing its driest rainy season. Now shipping in the Panama Canal has dropped 50%. Now according to this S&P Global, rather than taking longer voyage, LNG vessels are participating in price auction. Okay, now next one is, you can see this is the Panama Canal. This complete, and there's the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. Bay of Panama. This is Pacific Ocean. This Caribbean island, and this is the Gatuna Lake. So you can see this is Caribbean Sea. This is Pacific, and this is Panama Canal. Okay. Now, which is the following statement incorrect about Tansen International Mahotsav? So, World Sangeet Samadhan Tansen Samaro International Tansen Mahotsav is held annually in the Indore. That is wrong. Akbar considered as a Navratna. The Tansen ceremony 1924 से start हुई थी. Guinness World of the record for the largest tabla assembled took place in 1999 International Tansen Mahotsav. All of three are true. But this is the Samaro International Tansen Mahotsav held annually in the Indore. That is actually incorrect. So it was prominent figure of Hindustani classic music, Tansen, and spent most of his adult life patronage of the Rewa Raja Ramchandra Singh. Tansen musical ability and the study gained the widespread fame. Attention, Mughal Emperor Akbar considered him as Navratra and gave him a title of the Mia, and honorific meaning learned man. It meaning is learned man. Tansen remembered for his epic Drupad and composition. Two classical books are Music Shri Ganesh Strota and the Sangeet Sara. And International Tansen Mahotsav, that is the Guinness World Record largest table ensemble 99 International Tansen Mahotsav in the Gwalior. That is in Gwalior, not in the Indore. So this program is in the Gwalior, and that is not in the Indore. Okay, so they started in 1924 and 99 ceremony. So that was annually in the Gwalior, not in the Indore. Now the World Energy Transitional Outlook, which is from the International Renewable Energy Agency. International Renewable Energy Agency, and that is generating the World Energy Transition Outlook. World Energy Transitional Outlook. Okay, so this is the published by the International Renewable Energy Agency, and that is deployment level is 3000 gigawatt, and public sector investment is also there, and this investment must be amount of $44 trillion. Will transitional technology 80% of the 35 trillion, prioritizing efficiency, electrification, grid expansion and the flexibility. Okay, so the International Renewable Energy Agency is an international organization that support the country their transitional sustainable energy, and its headquarters it's in Bonn in Germany. So the International Renewable Energy Agency, that is Bonn, Germany. In 2009 it was started, and now headquarters that is Abu Dhabi and United Arab Emirates. So headquarters that is in Abu Dhabi and United States Emirates. It is founded in the Germany, but its headquarters is in the Abu Dhabi. 167 countries are there, which is with the European Union as a membership, and 77 founding member of this organization. India is also member of this organization. India is 77 founded member of this. The term Karman line, something mentioned in the news, the boundary between earth and the space. Okay, so Karman line is a name after the engineer Theodore von Karman. Theodore von Karman, the engineer name is Theodore and von and Karman. That is an internationally recognized boundary between Earth and the outer space. 100 kilometer approximately and 62 miles. Earth means a sea level. It delineated the line Earth atmosphere and outer space begins. The reason of this line is because of the around its altitude that atmosphere become too thin to support the aeronautical flights. Okay, also consider different definition of the boundary. The NASA and the US military often use the approximately 50 miles, but we just it is 80 miles. So Federation of Aeronautics International, that is the Karman line, is a start of the space. So Federation of Aeronautics International is feeling that it is a start of the space. So you can see this is the troposphere, stratosphere, meso. Karman line is between the meso and the thermosphere, and that is around 100 kilometer or 62 miles. Okay, 62 miles of the earth's surface. Okay, now next one is which is the following is the Berlin process. Which is the following about the Berlin process. So Berlin process is an initiative aimed to the encouraging dialogue and fostering the cooperation among the country of Balkan region and European Union. Okay, so this Berlin process intergovernmental cooperation initiated future enlargement of the European Union, and this initiative to consolidate, maintain dynamic EU integration process and increase the Euroscepticism and the 5-year moratorium enlargement for the President Jean-Claude Juncker. Berlin process aimed to revitalizing the multilateral tie between EU candidate and the potential for countries. So initiate the include the non-EU Balkan candidates for EU members of Montenegro, Serbia, North Macedonia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Albania, and the non-EU Balkan potential candidates. Some of the EU member Austria, Bulgaria, Croatia, France, Greece, and Germany, Slovenia is also there. So Berlin process set up 2014 as a platform for high-level cooperation between the representative of the Balkan Six and consisting of the Albania, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Kosovo, Montenegro, and the Macedonia and the Serbia. The Ohrid Agreement. What is the Ohrid Agreement? Ohrid Agreement is initiative mediated by the European Union to normalize the diplomatic relation between Kosovo and the Serbia. So to normalize the differences between Kosovo and the Serbia, and that is known as the Ohrid Agreement. Ohrid Agreement. Okay. So agreement is verbally accepted by the Kosovar Prime Minister Albin Kurti and the Serbian Alexander Vucic. Okay, so this is all about now a Shrestha scheme. So what is correct? So neither one, neither two. Actually, it's implemented by Ministry of Education. No, Ministry of Social Justice. Its main objective is to provide the quality education for SC/ST. So this is also not true. Sister scheme is Ministry of Social Justice and a central sector scheme, namely the residential education for the student high school targeted. Objective is to enhance the reach development intervention of the government, fill the gap between SC dominated area in the sector, and this is not ST. Here is given the ST. This is only for the SC dominated area. Okay, and the scheme further modified to provide the easier access the meritorious SC student, best school in the country in the educational and the holistic development. This is a scheme was cast as student admitted for the board of 142 private residential school, and now Mode Shrestha school under the scheme is special name meritorious students. National entrance test was the Shrestha to conducted by the National Testing Agency, and this NGO cooperated by school hostels also. Now next is the Parliament. India recently passed a several bill. So Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita bill, that was Code of Criminal Procedure, and Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Indian Penal Code, and Bharatiya Sakshi Adhiniyam. I think only this one is correct one. So only one pair is correct one. Okay, so see Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita, that is replaced the Indian Penal Code. So Nyay Sanhita, that was the Indian Penal Code. So it is actually incorrect. You can see Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita, that is Indian Penal Code. भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा, दैट इज क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर वाला जो एक्ट है 1898 में आया था. पीनल कोड वॉज 1860, दैट वॉज अबाउट द न्याय संहिता. भारतीय साक्ष्य वाला जो था इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा रिप्लेस द कोड ऑफ क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर, and Bharatiya Sakshi Adhiniyam replaced the Indian Evidence Act. Okay, So Ministry of the Home Affairs, he was the Amit Shah. So Amit Shah was started, committee submitted the report, and revised version was speedy justice, protect the citizen right. Key features are the community service and punishment for the petty offences, remove the seditious offences, okay, and creation new offences such as terrorist act, organized crime, and armed rebellion. So subversive activities, gender neutrality, and rape, sexual harassment. So all this problem we need to curbed. So incorporation of modern technology. So see, first was the Indian Penal Code, that was Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, and the second is Code of Criminal Procedure Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha, that was 23, and third one is Indian Evidence Act, that was Bharatiya Suraksha Sakshi Adhiniyam, and that 170 sections are from 1860 to 2020. The country criminal justice system is function as per the law, and I can assure the house that these bill will transform our criminal justice system. That was from Amit Shah, and the three bill will be studied by the standing committee and Home Affairs, which is chaired by the Brijlal, MP Brijlal, who is the retired IPS officer. Okay, now consider about the regarding Palna scheme. So this is the establish the quality daycare facility and crèches for the children, working women, providing the safe, secure environment. The scheme implemented by Ministry of Health, that is not true. It is Ministry of Women and Child Development, I think. So this is the objective scheme to address the urgent need of the quality daycare facility. Women and Child Development Ministry is working with this National Crèches scheme, centrally sponsored scheme. This scheme is a sponsored scheme, and to address the urgent need of the quality daycare facilities, and to improve the nutrition and the health scheme. So Anganwadi Crèches is this center combine the existing Anganwadi services and some Samarth, which is sub-component of under this mission Shakti Samarth. So this is standalone. The scheme focuses on the children 6 months to 6 years of the working women in rural and urban area, and now the area known for the Sinai Peninsula, that is the Egypt. Okay, Sinai Peninsula, that is the Egypt. So the Sinai Peninsula, triangular peninsula, that is linking the Africa and the Asia. So this is linking the Africa and Asia, and that is known as the Sinai Peninsula. Okay, and this is a peninsula of the Israel force 6 days war and return to the Egypt. So Sinai Peninsula is between the Gulf of Suez and the Suez Canal, west, and Gulf of Aqaba. So there is a Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Aqaba. Near that there is a Sinai Peninsula and this Negev desert, and there is a Negev desert is also there. So Mediterranean Sea on the north and the Red Sea on the south. So Mediterranean Sea is on the north and the Red Sea is that is on the southern area. Okay, so geographically you can see this is the Sinai Peninsula, and there is a Red Sea, there is a Mediterranean Sea, and this is Gaza Strip, Israel, and Jordan, Cairo, and Saudi Arabia. So Gulf of Aqaba is also near to this, and one more thing was there, Gulf of Suez is also there. Okay, now next is Rafah crossing. So this is the Rafah crossing, this is Egypt, and this is Gaza city of Israel. So there is a Rafah crossing. Rafah crossing, only crossing point of the Egypt and Gaza Strip. Location international border, confirmed the 1979 Egypt-Israel peace treaty is also signed in this area. Now the Katha Prasadam is a stage art for belonging to the Kerala. This is Katha Prasangam. Katha Prasangam stage of art is Kerala, and this is the Malayalam poet. So there is a Malayalam poet, and this poet is aimed to educate, inspire the underprivileged section, propagate the principle of the Sri Narayan Guru, and his poem blend of the prose and the songs, accomplishment of the harmonium and tabla, this ability to communicate with the urgency and the directness of the social issue. Katha Prasangam is against the casteism and the superstitions are the asserted with the violence, posing a threat to the societal harmony. So this attracting the young audience for the learn and share the stories. Now the Global Tax Evasion Report, that is European Union Tax Observatory. Global Tax Evasion Report was came from the European Union and Tax Observatory. Okay, so the this 2% global wealth tax was by the EU. European Tax Observatory is a consortium for to deepen research on the tax evidences, tax evasion, and the Tax Observatory bring together the European University, civil society, and research, and generals and economists and lawyers And Professor Gabriel Zucman. Zucman is the funded the European Union, so it led by the Professor Gabriel Zucman, the Global Tax Evasion Report, and now funded by the EU. So tax observatory are the create an independent, non-partisan observatory and the focus on corporate taxation, cutting edge research and tax evasion reduction, promote the inclusive democratic debate on the EU. Okay, so global tax evasion report was called global minimum tax on the billionaires are 2% on the wealth, at least 2%, and it generate nearly $250 billion from less than 3,000 individual. Okay, now consider about the National Legal Service NALSA. So NALSA is a Legal Service Authority Act. Executive chairman is should be the second senior most judge of the second senior most judge of the Supreme Court and shall be the Chief Justice of India. So this patron in the Chief Justice of India. The President in the consultation with CJI appoints an active retired Supreme Court judge for the executive chairman. Only two is correct. So President Draupadi Murmu has nominated as Justice Sanjeev Khanna as the second senior most judge of the Supreme Court as the executive chairman of the NALSA. So presently Sanjeev Khanna is the second chair, and according to this Legal Service Authority Act, the Chief Justice of India is the patron of chief of the NALSA, and Chief Justice of India is the patron of chief of the NALSA. However, it has been convention to appoint the second senior most judge of the Supreme Court to the post of the NALSA executive chairman and not mandated under the law. So that is not mandated under the law. That's why it is incorrect. Okay. Now next is President in the consultation CJI appoint the active retired Supreme Court judge as the executive chairman. So active or retired judge may be appointed as the executive chairman of the NALSA. Okay, so this is NALSA was founded in the 1995 and this under the Legal Service Authority Act of 1987 and review the effectiveness and the legal aid program, develop rules and principles providing legal service. Article 39A of the Constitution that is state shall secure that the operation of the legal system promote the justice. Free legal aid is provided here and in any way to ensure the opportunity for securing the justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disability. Who is eligible for the getting the free legal service, that is women, SC, ST, industrial worker, victim of the mass disaster, disabled person, custody, those person annual income less than amount prescribed of the state government in case of before any court, the Supreme Court less than 5 lakh rupees if they are case of Supreme Court. In the case of the Supreme Court less than, if their income is less than 5 lakh they can go there. Okay, victim of trafficking is also included and beggars. Cyclone Michaung, it is in the Myanmar. Okay, Michaung, it is in the Bay of Bengal, has been named after suggestion provided by Myanmar. So Myanmar suggested the name that was Cyclone Michaung, and this was in the southwest Bay of Bengal. Okay, so the it is a cyclone of the southwest Bay of Bengal, and the name suggested by the Myanmar. Its name was the resilience upon the formation of cyclone Michaung will be become the fourth of Bay of Bengal cyclonic storm. World Meteorological Organization management rotating name list tailored by the tropical cyclone basin. Cyclone arising in the various ocean receive their name original specialized meteorological centers होते हैं, ठीक है. The tropical cyclone warning centers also there. So there are total 6 centers across the world. Member nation of this propose the tropical cyclone, for instance comprising 30 nations है इसमें, ठीक है. 30 nations are named each of the cyclone form in the region. तो ये मतलब रोटेट होता रहता है, दैट इज रोटेटिंग लिस्ट, रोटेटिंग द नेम लिस्ट tailored for each type tropical cyclone. Okay, so you can see comprising 30 nations and this is all area about this. Now which is the following incorrect of the dynamic injection? So all of actually an injection is official order given by the law court usually stop someone doing something wrong. The grant protection to the copyright work in time manner and courts sometimes rely on the concept of dynamic injection. Dynamic injection is passed to protect the copyright work even before or after they are publicly released, distributed or the created. Okay, so this dynamic release, Delhi High Court has passed the dynamic injection against the illegal copies. So World Cup broadcast, that is what is the mean, what is the case. So injunction is an official order given by the court usually to stop someone from doing something. So however in most cases such injunction granted by the court only after the court identified determine the plaintiff copyright in the work, if there is a plaintiff copyright. To avoid this cumbersome process and grant protection to copyright work in a timely manner, and rely on the concept of the dynamic. So this is the dynamic injection is passed to protect the copyright work even before they are publicly released or distributed and ensure no irrevocable loss of the owner. Okay, now this is all about. And now next is the golden crescent and golden triangle are the two regions after seen in the news due to the illicit opium production. So this crescent is situated to the western India and the golden triangle is situated in the eastern India. So this is actually true. So see, the golden crescent, that was the recognizing one of the world's principal region of the opium production. Countries are Afghanistan, Iran and Pakistan. Afghanistan in particular world illicit opium producer, and many factors contributing including the political instability, economical issues, geographical climate conditions, and the revenue from illegal trade are the insurgent groups are there, which is which are improving the condition as a political unstable condition. Pakistan or Iran are also contributing for the opium production. Okay, and additionally transit routes for smuggling of the drugs. These routes are for the smuggling of the drugs. Global triangle, that is the southern Asia. Golden triangle, that is include the overlapping mountainous region of the Laos, Thailand and the Myanmar. So this is the Laos and Thailand region and the Myanmar region. Okay, this region are the traditionally one of the world most significant opium production region, and this is government of these countries had made effort to reduce the opium production. So despite these efforts, opium poppy is also they are using. Okay, so this is the located in the western India and golden triangle of the southern Asia consisting of the border region of the Laos, Thailand and the Myanmar. It is situated the eastern India. Okay, now you can see Iran and Afghanistan, Pakistan is a crescent. This is the crescent region, and this region, that is the golden triangle region. Triangle is the Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam and Thailand. Okay, and next question, consider about the factor demand, supply, price trend to the market, both domestic and international, intergroup price parity, term of trade between agriculture, non-agriculture, profit of the Food Corporation of India. So how many factors mentioned about does Commission of Agriculture cost and price consider the setting minimum support price? So this is five factors are affecting. Okay, so what kind of factors are there? Minimum support price represent the rate at which the government buy crops directly from the farmer, serving as a form of insurance to protect farmer from major drop downs in the price of farm produce. This price is declared by the government embodied suggestion of the Commission of for the Agriculture Cost and Price. Commission एग्रीकल्चर कमीशन कॉस्ट एंड प्राइस, दैट इज क्रॉपिंग सीजन के अंदर ये केक स्टार्ट होता है. सो इसमें पहला आता है डिमांड एंड सप्लाई. दिस इज द सप्लाई. इफ द डिमांड इज हाई, सप्लाई लो, इट माइट बी सेट हायर इंसेंटिव फार्मर टू प्रोड्यूस द मोर देन क्रॉप्स. कोस्ट की जो क्या प्रोडक्शन है, ओके, हाउ मच प्रोडक्शन, इट इंक्लूड ऑल द कोस्ट इंक्योर्ड बाय द फार्मर प्रोड्यूसिंग सीड, फर्टिलाइजर, लेबर, इरीगेशन कॉस्ट ऑल. प्राइस टेंड टू द मार्केट बोथ डोमेस्टिक एंड इंटरनेशनल. इंटरनेशनल में कितनी प्राइस है एंड डोमेस्टिक में कितनी है. This is also included. Intercrop price parity is also included, which is ensured that the maintain a fair price ratio among the crop, prevent the distortion and cropping pattern. And minimum and term trade between the agriculture and non-agriculture. This is also included. And now minimum 50% of the margin over the cost production is also included. Likely implication on the consumer of the product. So this all is included, but only four are considered because however profit of the Food Corporation of India is not listed in the factor considered CACP. So this profit of the Food Corporation, that is, so profit of the Food Corporation of India, that is not listed, but demand, supply, price trend to the market, both domestic, intercrop parity and the term trade between agriculture and non-agriculture, that all is included in this. Okay, so demand, supply, cost of production, price tend to market in both domestic and international, intercrop price parity, and a minimum of 50% margin over this production is also there. Now the consider about the Bharatmala Pariyojana. It is a umbrella project of Ministry of Heavy Industry. That is not true. It emphasizes the border interconnection, international roads and coastal connectivity, improving the national economical corridor. So this is about the Ministry of Road and Transport. Okay, not a heavy industry. So this is Ministry of Road and Transport, which is starting the Bharatmala Pariyojana, like the development, border international connectivity and coastal ports and roads, improving the efficiency and corridor and economic corridor. First phase of Bharatmala was around 2017 and presently 2022. The government has extended the deadline for completion of the flagship highway development program. That is 2027. The total length of the covered the Bharatmala was 74942 kilometers. Now consider about the Naval Symposium. It was conceived by the Indian Navy in the open and inclusive platform, and there is a 25 member of the 9 observer state. It operates as a security construct for the India Ocean region, resembling the Western Naval Symposium. Okay, so the Indian Naval Symposium was the Indian Navy 2008 as an open inclusive platform for regional maritime cooperation, and this is forum to discuss the maritime security, foster friendly relationship. Similarly, other symposium was there construct the Indian Ocean region resembling the Western Pacific, and the voluntary initiative involved the voluntary participation is also there. The Royal Thai Navy hosted the 8th Naval Symposium in the Thailand, and the 27 members are the and the observer countries are also there. So this is all about. And now next one is Mount St. Helena, that is in the USA. Okay, that is in the USA, and name is the Mount St. Helens. Okay, and that is in the USA. So this Helens located the southwestern Washington, USA. Volcanic mountain है and within the Cascade Range. And this is within the Cascade Range. Okay, so 400 earthquake है reported करते हैं यहाँ पे. And Mount Helena has undergone 4 eruptive stages also. During this Holocene period, it was most active volcano of the Cascade Range. That's why it was in the news. Okay, and this Pacific Ring of Fire, also known as the Circum-Pacific Belt, that included the Pacific, Juan, Fuca, Coco, Australia, Nachka, and the American and Philippines plate. Now, which is, you can see this is Mount Helena and the Washington is here. The state of Juan de Fuca and Salish Pacific Ocean, and this is Canada, and here is the Mount Helens. Okay, near the Washington, which is the following respect to the Mahasagar. So the theme of the Mahasagar edition is collective maritime approach towards the countering the common challenges. So the theme was Mahasagar is also another word for fast ocean. Indian Navy Outreach Initiative, that is high level virtual interaction between maritime head of active security growth of the origin. The maiden edition of the high level virtual interaction Mahasagar was hosted by the Indian Navy, and that was Bangladesh, Comoros, Kenya, Madagascar, Maldives, Mauritius, and the Mozambique, Seychelles, and Sri Lanka. In this theme, collective maritime approach towards the countering the common challenges. Okay, so this is about the collaborating the capacity and the capability in the Indian Ocean. Government of India vision the Sagar security growth for all in the region. Okay, Sagar security growth for the whole region. Okay, so this is about the Mahasagar theme, and present necessary imperative harmonizing the collaborative capacity building in the Indian Ocean region. Consider about the mountain range. So Karakoram, Tian Shan, Ural, Jagod, and Hindu Kush. Above mentioned mountain range covered the Pamir Knot. So what are covering the Pamir Knot? So Karakoram range, this range is the located the Gilgit-Baltistan region, the Pakistan, Ladakh, and Xinjiang region. It covered the Pamir Knot from the southeast. Okay, Tian Shan, this mountain range is located primarily China and the Kyrgyzstan and the Tajikistan. It's reached to the Pamir Knot from the northeast. Hindu Kush, this is the region of the Afghanistan, Pakistan as a western boundary of the Pamir Knot, and that is coverage of the range of the around the north. Kunlun, the one of the largest mountain of the Asia, extending 3000 kilometers. It formed the northern edge of the Tibetan Plateau and Tarim Basin and Gobi Desert. The eastern end of the Kunlun deadly not part of the Pamir Knot. So Kunlun is actually not part of this. So Karakoram, Siachen is and Hindu Kush. This three is also part of this. Okay, but the Ural and Zagros is not part of this. Okay, so now the Kunlun range, the Himalaya as well as do not directly connect with the Pamir, but they start the edge of the north near the eastern and Hindu Kush. This Himalaya extend along the southern plateau, Myanmar, and into the India for the Malaysia. Okay, this is correct, but Pamir not do not coverage, that is Ural. Ural mountain located Russian and European Asian geographically. However, this region do not meet to the Pamir Knot. Zagros mountain, that is ईरान के अंदर है, extending from the northwest and southeast like Ural and Zagros. These are connection, do not have any connection with the Pamir Knot. So you this is the Pamir Knot. This is Tian Shan. Kunlun is also, but this is not connected. But Karakoram is there, Himalaya and Hindu Kush is there. Kunlun is do not connecting. Zagros and Ural is do not connecting. Which is the following is a statement about the Eurasian otter. So it is vulnerable. That is incorrect. Actually, this is not vulnerable. It is semi-aquatic carnivorous mammal. They are shy and nocturnal and near small stream in the interior of the prey for forest and hunt their prey for the night. Recently, Eurasian otter was discovered for the first time in the Kerala, and that was in the first time for the Kerala. Okay, so this it is a semi-aquatic carnivorous mammal. Scientific name is Lutra lutra, and paleostratic mammal range of cover the part of the three continent Europe, Asia, Africa. It occurs northern and northeastern southern India. It lives in the wide variety of the aquatic habitat, including the lake, river, stream. India subcontinent Eurasian otter is occur in the cold hill mountain stream, and these are the IUCN में near threatened है. This is not vulnerable. So this is the near threatened in the IUCN. Okay. So now the mammal was found in the Chinar Wildlife Sanctuary of Idukki. So Chinar Wildlife Sanctuary कहाँ पर है? That is in the Idukki district in the Kerala, and this is nocturnal and near the small stream. Interior forest hunt their prey during the night. And this discovery for the Eurasian otter in the Western Ghats and has added another member of Kerala mammal list. So this is the Chinar Wildlife Sanctuary that is in Idukki in the Kerala, and this species of Kerala we can found including the smooth coated otter and the small cloud coated otter. Okay, so this is all about the